Welcome to the video tutorial for a retrofit lighting project on the wattsmart business program. There are two parts to this tool: the customer and project information sheets that need to be filled out as part of your application. Please notice that the project information sheet is not present when you first open the tool. This is because you must choose which type of construction applies to your project. The tool must have this information to open the correct version of the project information sheet. Let's start with the project information table in the upper left corner. Most of this information can be found on the customer's power bill. If the state does not match the customer's state, then please reach out to us for the correct version. The original audit date is used to determine which version of the incentive program should apply to the project. Also, please notice that the construction type cell is a drop-down menu. When you select the cell with your mouse, please click the arrow button on the right side. You have three construction types available: retrofit, major renovation, and new construction. To find account numbers, meter numbers, and rate schedules, you will need to ask your customer for a copy of their power bill. The account numbers can be found in the upper right corner. The meter number is located in the itemized table below. The rate schedule can be found in the itemized section near the address. The next section, called Participant Information, is very easy to fill out. The most important things to know are that the business name should match the power bill's business name, and that the business type is another drop-down menu with many types to choose from. Just try to select the closest business type. The vendor information table is pretty self-explanatory. The only thing worth mentioning is that we award participation credit to whichever wattsmart business is entered in this section. The payee information table can be filled out with one click from the drop-down. Simply choose one of the addresses you've already entered, and the tool will copy the information for you. Some customers may need the check sent to an alternative location or a corporate office. Other address may be selected in those cases. Now let's move to the right-hand side of the sheet. At the top of the sheet, the lighting coordinator and tool prepared by cells will need to be filled out. Project costs are also required to calculate an incentive. This is due to the incentive caps that are based on project costs. We will require accurate project costs, not just rough estimates, at the time of submittal. The most important thing to remember about the space type and size table is that the information you add will be used to do a code comparison. The latest International Energy Code Council, or IECC, allowable wattage will be applied to whatever space type is selected here. Most projects will be a whole building method, but if you feel like your project has unusual space characteristics, you may choose the multiple spaces option and then select all the appropriate space types in the drop-down menus below. Corresponding square footages are also required. The Lighting Operations Schedule section is where you can specify up to 5 unique operation schedules. Simply enter the number of hours an operation schedule is on for each day. There are also preset schedules X and Y for egress and photocell controlled spaces, respectively. Schedule S is for seasonal operation, which is an optional schedule. There are drop-down menus for both the number of weeks per year of operation and the holidays. If your project has more than 10 holidays per year, you may deduct the time from the weekly operation number. Let's now take a look at the project information sheet. The lower half of the sheet is where the measures are inputted and calculated. The top half provides a quick review of the operation schedule and savings estimates. One of my favorite tips on this tool is to use the Create General Application button. This will create an official general application that can be printed and will populate the data you've already entered into the customer information sheet. To print your project, use the Create Summary Report. This will print a professional customer-facing document. Okay, now that we've gone over some of the built-in features and tools, let's look at how you properly enter a measure. Start by entering an operation schedule on line 1. This is a simple drop-down menu, and it corresponds to the operation schedules you entered on the customer information sheet. Now enter a description of the space where the measure will be installed. Please note that our program requires that all lights be split up in detail by space, so each space must have its own measure. To enter a fixture, you must first select the cell where you'd like the fixture to go. Then click on the light bulb icon at the top of the column near the words Existing Fixture. A form should appear on your screen called Equipment Selections. Simply click on all of the appropriate characteristics of your fixture. Once you are done, please click the Add Update Equipment button at the bottom of the form. You should find the fixture you just created in the cell you previously selected. The proposed fixture entry is done in the same manner. If the tool is calculating zero incentives after entering a measure, this could be because you are hitting one of the caps. The wattsmart program will not allow projects with less than 1 year payback, and the incentive must not be higher than 70% of project costs. And in some Pacific Power territories, the payback period may not exceed 8 years. In these cases, please review your proposed project costs to make sure they are correct. Also, don't forget to enter the fixture quantities. Finally, for each LED measure, please include a model number for all unique products in the notes column. This helps us verify LED approval. Now let's take a quick peek at the project report summary sheet. This is a great tool for selling the project. The customer can see the general savings numbers and payback periods. Thanks for participating in our program.